can't help to think about the grace and poise that Coretta Scott King exuded when she spoke just a couple of months after her husband, Dr. King's assassination. And what stuck out to me the most was if there was ever a widow who had every right to want to display for the world to see her anger towards racist white people, to display the fact that her man was taken from her, not because he was divisive, but because he wanted to bring races together, because he wanted people to be judged by the content of their character and not the color of their skin. She could have stood up there in righteous indignation and called for black people to rally against white folk. She could have got up there and used all kind of dog whistles to ignite a flame of more division between blacks and whites. But when she spoke, which she always spoke so eloquently because she was a very educated black woman, because that's what most educated black men do. They link up with educated black women to build educated families, in spite of what a lot of ignorant, racist white folk think. Coretta Scott King was more than just a wife. She was well educated. She was well bred, like so many of us black people are. But instead of using her time speaking and addressing the nation to bring more division, she called on unity. She also put on display, full display, the fact that not only was her husband assassinated, but so was Kennedy, and how they were both very young men who had families, but their mission was to fight against, in her exact words, racism, poverty, and lack. And they both wanted to use their platforms to do so. So when I think about whenever we're grieving the loss of a spouse, as a wife, how to address the nation with grace and not division and threats. And you can take this and apply this to whoever you want to. Catch it if you can. You know who I'm talking about. But Coretta Scott King, like so many other black women, black people period, but black women in this case, because we're talking about a widow, she handled it with grace and poise. And she did not manipulate God and put God in her speech to manipulate, but to really bring impact and say the focus is on not myself, not even my deceased spouse, but on the future. And she was addressing young people at Harvard University. And she told them, it is now in your hands to carry forth the message of peace, to carry forth the message of bringing unity. She didn't try to ignite a base. She didn't talk in a harsh, threatening way. She spoke from love and heart, just like her husband did. And that's what we remember about Dr. King. You can say what you want about Dr. King as far as what he may have done in his personal life, but one thing you'll never say about his mission is that he was divisive, racist, homophobic, xenophobic, and a divider amongst men.